What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 47 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Mazdamundi campaign. So as we saw last time, we have begun the war against the orcs, and it's gone fairly well so far, although we have not actually encountered any orc armies. But wait, the first one, Grimgor himself has appeared, a wild Grimgor has appeared, and has gotten an underway stance and gotten very, very close to Tehenowen, who I've decided is going to attack. I mean, we could have waited for him to siege Karasakarak, it's true, and defended on the walls, which we could have done very well with our extremely powerful skinks, but I feel like we probably don't need to. Also, it's not like this is going to... it's not like this was going to add anything to it, so man, screw it, let's just fight it in the field. Well, why the hell not? Plus, it's not like Tehenowen can fight on the walls unless he can somehow get his mount up there, so... yeah, oh well. Oh well, before we begin on that, though, we do have a few quick auto-resolves to do, continuing and taking the orc territory. So let's begin with Doc Haraz. Nobody's gonna die here because this is a trash army. Occupy. We just gotta get to fighting Grimgor there. Alrighty, let's get to you. Ooh. Well, go for Salt. I guess we'll keep this Old One Monument for now. We'll probably delete it after. I also kind of wanted to kill this army here, but maybe we can... let me think about this. Let me think about this for a second. Oh, you're an attrition. Oh, you can't move anyway. You're at war with the Harbinger of Disaster. Grimlock, oh, that's adorable. Well, we could continue getting more friendship by declaring war on the Harbinger of Disaster. Who else is at war with the Harbinger of Disaster? Kuran, are you? No. Reichland, are you? No, you're really only at war with, let's see, Bjornling, Mung, Wintertooth, Clan Molder, Lami. Lami and Sisterhood still alive? Huh, shocking. But yeah, you're not really at war with anybody we care about. That's fine. Well, that's fine. I guess we'll talk to Krokgar and see how he feels about this, but that also means not attacking us this turn. Alright, Kiritril, you're gonna wait patiently for one turn before hitting the Dragonhorn mines. Who will not wait patiently is Tehenowen, who's about to attack as soon as we're done moving everybody around. Huntazag doesn't need to move. Kiritril, you're waiting. Nakai, you, I believe, are also waiting, unless you want to pick up this island. Yeah, go pick up the island. Why not? You can also move through this, go through the Ziggurat of Dawn and grab this island if we really feel like it. I mean, Chaos hasn't arrived and we are turned at 140. I mean, why not? Let's get those who escaped. Divine Plaque of Protection, very nice. Actually got some nice pieces out of this. Beautiful. I'm actually going to properly set up everybody's equipment if Chaos ever comes. Yeah, you're gonna go here and then... Who else do we have here? Tehenowen, you're fine. Kiritril... Nakai, Pradat, Gorok, Tepti doesn't need to move unless there's an island really nearby. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no new islands have spawned nearby. Alrighty, well the tech thieves, wait, you two. You've already stolen tech and we don't have the money to have you steal some more, so just stay there for now. I guess it's time for Tehenowen to fight Grimgor. Right over here. Alright, Tehenowen, begin. I mean, this will also make... So make the orcs weaker, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's the funny thing. Yeah, let's attack. Should be a fun time. Yeah. Should be a cinematic battle, plus we'll get the reinforcements from the pillars. We've got the Wa army, a lot of basic troops, but that does make sense because that's what you want to see in a Wa. Do they have some kind of buffs from... Oh, just Wa unit, okay. Alright, well, Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, this should be a fun time. I mean, this army was not really designed to fight mass hordes like this at all. This is more Mazdamundi's speed, so this should be really fun. And it's an underway battle on top of it, eh? Interesting. And how... Wait, Warg Beer Taker. Wait. Oh, this isn't Grimgor himself. Oh, whoops. I thought it was Grimgor himself because I saw an orc, but oh yeah, I should have realized by virtue of the fact that he's not on foot. Oh well, at least it's a big old army. Damn, I got excited about fighting Grimgor. Oh well, it's okay. Well, it'll still be a nice fight. Let's get to it. Alrighty, here we go, a pretty massive Orky force. Now this technically is not an underway interception because we didn't intercept them, and I believe they can leave the stance unless I'm mistaken, although I'm not 100% sure. I am, however, sure that we have got a lot, and I mean a lot of orcs to kill, and the main army is relatively decent. They have a decent number of trolls, which would be fairly effective against the red-crested skinks, even Tehenowan's super-powered red-crested skinks, and then there's the black orcs. Now, the red crests obviously are armor-piercing, but 149 armor is still quite massive. Ouch. Yeah, alrighty, well, let's see what we can do. Plus, they've got very nice HP. 18,500 for the Black Orcs versus 19,200 for the Red Crests, although the stats are only 60 armor still on the Red Crest. So, this will be an interesting time. And I guess it'll be a pitched battle, so on the bright side, it'll be relatively simple. We got Squigs moving in up front. Here we go. And the Dino's going to move in to countercharge them. Stop them in their tracks, and there we go. The Arc of SOTEK immediately activates. Squigs are about to get poisoned, and the rest of the army is moving in. Now, it's, I think, beneficial to obliterate Grimgor's main, or not Grimgor's, I forgot, the Beard Taker's main army before the Wa actually moves in. The Wa itself is very weak by virtue of the fact that it's primarily made up of Orc Boys and I think Orc Era Boys. And then let's see, we got a bunch of big uns coming in here on the side, though, so these guys could certainly be threatening, and a Goblin Big Boss. Anyway, let's see how we do. Ooh, there's the river trolls. Are these the special ones? Yeah, the swamp things. I have no idea what that explosion was. Things are just happening at this point. And just by virtue of the fact that it's a pitched battle, it's kind of nice to be able to just watch it. Like, there isn't really a lot of panning around and stuff necessary. We did drop our first cast of our ability, Comet of Cassandora. I forgot what the renamed ability is. It is the one that is tied to the Oracle. That certainly did about half damage to these units over here, but there are a lot more enemies where that came from, and I mean a lot more, and it's not like we're anywhere near out of the woods yet. Now, we do have our Blessed Chameleon Skinks on both sides, and they're just trying to apply some poison and help out a little bit. Ishlatek was going to try to find the enemy lord, but the enemy lord moved up right here to, I guess, fight Tehenowan, which is fine by me. Nice for Tehenowan to actually get a battle out of it for once. The Black Orcs here are just absolutely not taking any damage, but they are dishing it out with our Skink Chief there taking a little bit of damage, and the Swamp Thing's doing fairly well as well. I mean, look at these Red Crests. They're about half HP and have lost 21 units so far. In fact, the balance of power is in their favor currently, which is certainly a dangerous situation, especially for the relatively fragile, and I do mean relatively, a Red Crest. Alright, the first enemy troll unit looks like it wants to break, but otherwise we maintain the pitched battle fighting. Alright, dinos in it, and I did separate the dinos so that we have Arcs of SOTEK in different areas. Ooh, and there we go. This is going to be pretty critical. Getting a cast of the Engine of the Gods there. The Sky Laser. Ripping apart these two Night Goblin Archers. Now, maybe this wasn't the best choice in the sense that we probably could have maybe waited for this blob to reach us and then used it on them, but these archers were adding damage to our red-crested skinks, and we really didn't have anything that could attack them. I suppose we could have moved in the Blessed Chameleon skinks to hit them from each side, but to be fair, there's a big blob of enemies right here. Ishlatek's trying to move around by himself and attack. I think I told him to kill those trolls and sort of overtake them. At least the Engine of the Gods took care of these Air Boys, or Night Goblin Archers, rather. Now, it looks like the Skink Chief isn't doing any attack animations. Are you stuck, buddy? What are you doing? Ooh, and is that the activation of the Y? Yes, it is. Plus 20 melee attack, plus 25% armor and base weapon damage, and immune to psychology. Quite nice, because we do have some psychology effects that we rely on in this particular army. Balance of power is still fairly close to the middle, but still a little bit in their favor at that, and we are starting to take damage on some of our units. The Skink Chiefs at about 60% HP, 50% on those red crests, and while this Basti with Revivification Crystal is also taking some damage, I don't think it's that big of a deal. The King Cohort is also at about 50% HP. We're also using our Oracle while casting Earthbloods and stuff, still running around trying to prevent trolls from coming back onto the field. The enemy Lord is also starting to take damage from Tehenna now that he's been able to get some hits on. Knocking back some of our own skinks. I'm damn impressed that the enemy Lord was willing to fight Tehenna. Usually it's very hard to get Tehenna to duel anybody because enemies seem to just want to run away from him, and there we go. Enemy Lord is broken, and now we've got the next portion of the enemy army in. Tehenna casting a Flock of Doom on them, as it is a fairly large number of individual units that got sort of held up by Ishlotek. The only problem here, of course, is that Ishlotek is now kind of stuck. It's really, really shockingly difficult to get Carnosaurs out. Like, it's a lot easier to get Stegs and even Basties out. Carnosaurs just get stuck surprisingly easily. Oh, and it looks like he's getting knocked back and staggered by the river trolls there, by the swamp things. Yeah, that's a very dangerous position. Yeah, I repeatedly try to get him out, but see, he just gets staggered and he can't leave. It's something to keep in mind. And I mean, Ishlotek's used to operating on his own, so yeah, it's not surprising. And there we go. I believe he's finally out, but he's almost... he's very close to dying, and he's also routing, which I guess is not a huge issue because he's just going to run off the field right here, even though it is so damn close. I mean, look at that. We're actually going to move the rest of our units to try to prevent anybody that's over here from chasing him. And look at this blob of orcs that's still here, and that's without the Wa even having reached us yet. Still in their favor, although Grimgor, or I keep saying Grimgor, Beardtaker's army is almost gone, with the exception of these black orcs, which have been holding on this entire time, and look how much damage they've done. Nearly killed this unit of Red Crests, have these units of Chameleon Stalkers, down to 25% on our Skink Chief, down to 20 or 50% on our Basti, and even more damage on even more Red Crest. Very, very impressed with these two Black Orc units. Well done. And they've all had poison applied to them this entire time as the Chameleon Skinks have been firing at them. Although I do gotta point out the Chameleon Skinks don't really do any damage to them because they're so heavily armored, and Chameleon Skinks aren't very good at fighting armored units in the first place. Anyway, back to it. Here comes the blob, and another one of those explosions. Was that a... I don't think that was an Ark of SOTEK explosion, because I didn't see any, I don't see the snakes everywhere. Well, regardless, here come more orcs. I do love watching the various Stegodons tower over the battlefield here. It's nice to have a fairly simple pitched battle like this. Damn, that's a lot of orcs. And finally the Black Orcs decide that they don't really want too much more of this. These ones are routing. 44 left though, so still a decent amount. Hopefully the Blessed Chameleon Skinks, by virtue of their continuous fire being applied, will be able to see them off the field. This other Black Orc unit should be just about out of the picture as well. They are wavering, and I don't think they'll be alive much longer. And otherwise our Chameleon Skinks are just going to stay back and apply that damage to any running units. Now it's just a matter of taking care of this large blob of orcs that's still left here. Oh, and here comes the... I suppose this is what's going to decide the battle. Our second use of the Engine of the Gods. Powering up that sky laser, here we go, into the sky through the rock and cutting down right through it. And there it is. Look at this blob that's gathered here, ripe for sky lasering. Glorious, absolutely glorious. This is truly the wrath of the gods. And I do want to see just how much damage this does. I mean, we started off with it in their favor, and look at the HP drop, about 10... I was about to say 10 per second, but I mean, when it's slowed down, it's like 100 per second or something like that. Damn, look at the HP loss there. Ooh. Yeah, Tehanwen getting a lot of mileage out of that ability, and all of these units are now starting to rout. Oh, Sky Laser, leaving a path of dead greenskins. And just like that, most of them are starting to run in the other direction. This is going to be a huge morale shock. All of these guys were at or near full HP, and now they're all at about half. They are able to use another Wa, but I think too little, too late there, because the damage that came off of that. In fact, Tehanwen's at 953 kills. Damn, I should have checked what his kill count was. That one ability did take us over the edge, though, and now their army is getting close to half. And now they're all running. Very, very nice Tehanwen. Keep all of the ancient stags moving in as well. And just got to keep charging the enemy, prevent them from getting a blob up. Really epic battle, though, I gotta say. I don't know why we bothered going into the underground to find these guys, but hey. I'm actually really also impressed with the fact that the Skink Oracle didn't get caught like SOTEK did. For some reason, even though it was among the enemy units, they didn't seem to focus it. Like, they didn't send a bunch of units to kill it. They just ignored it and ran for our battle lines. Our battle lines are also doing a fairly decent job healing, but the enemy is just about out of the picture. So many enemy units ran off the field after that. I mean, look, they're still running, that we were able to essentially free up one of our flanks and then just reconsolidate our armies around our Bastillodons with Revivification Crystals. I did not mean to speed that up. Not that it really matters, because the balance of power is now very, very much in our favor, and we can keep pushing forward. In the meantime, Tehanwen's also chasing down any enemy lords here. He did just... He killed another goblin boss, I think, or chased him off the field. Now he went after the other one. Now the swamp things are running away as well, and it's just a matter of making sure that the as many enemy units rout as possible. But I believe the battle's over. We can see that the chain rout is incoming. The balance of power is heading quickly forward, up to 1,300 units left, although that's because of the enemy routes. And though, look at how much damage some of our units have taken. Chameleon Stalkers, what, 15%? Same thing on the Kink cohort. Various others of the red-crested skinks are very, very close to dead. The only ones that are relatively fine are the cohort of SOTEK, which I guess they were blessed by SOTEK to the end here. These Spider Riders, yeah. Lava Spider Riders, sure. Lava Spider Riders. They're pretty cool, though. Not that they achieved much, and thus the entire Orky coast breaks before us. It's actually a little bit annoying, because if they are able to run away and fight us again... Ooh, I notice how... the light effects, pretty neat, especially when you look from far away. I like that. Yeah, I could do some cool camera shots like this, I feel. Too bad. I should have done this while the battle was still going, but whatever. Yeah, so we're trying to chase down as many of the enemy units as possible. I have no idea whether they will come back, but I have a strong suspicion that they will. So just do as much damage as possible. It's not really that we care about the orc boys, but we do care about the relatively high-value units, like the Black Orcs, which we're chasing around with our hurt units over here. These guys were chasing the River Trolls and all that. I'm also curious, once we have defeated this army, will their Wa go away? Like, will the Wa still follow a loser? I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't. From a lore perspective, I feel like the Wa should probably go away, or it should fall to infighting, but I don't remember how exactly this mechanic works, so there's only one way to find out. Let's find out. Alrighty, well, unfortunately, we did not get a fight against Grimgor personally with Tehanwen, because this isn't Grimgor. Tehanwen did nonetheless get a lot of kills, 1,011, 140,000 damage. He showed them the wrath of, well, I guess SOTEK and not SOTEK, but still, pretty good. That engine of the gods just ripped up through so many of the enemy units. The Wa basically routed extremely quickly once the main portion of the enemy were dead, although I was really impressed with the swamp things. They were really shockingly hard to kill, especially considering they weren't in any water. And obviously the Black Orcs all did very, very well. 16,000 damage, got 23,000 damage on these guys. And the SOTEK came close to dying, and so did a lot of our skink units. So very, very dangerous, obviously. Now we are going to kill a need just in case. I think this army should be dead because, I mean, or is it? Wait, it wasn't an underway interception, really. I'm not sure. Is it dead? It was an underway stance, but it is going to be able to back away, unfortunately. Oh, well. That's fine. That's fine. And it is still quite alive because of that, eh? Well, that's unfortunate. Henry, now you can't move, so I guess you're going to have to hit the Pillars of Grugny. And we can auto-resolve this and nobody will die. Tiny bit of damage. Occupy, please. So now Mr. Beard Taker here has a choice. Either he sits here... Oh, and he's still in his own territory. That's annoying. That is really annoying. It's annoying that he backed off into... like, right into the corner. Oh, well, he could attack us again, giving us another fight. Yeah, because this army is going to be healed up. I'm almost completely sure he's going to attack and you're going to remain hurt. What we could do, if we really want to, is we could pop a... Rite of SOTEK, increasing the attack of all skink units. I was going to save this for when Chaos attacks, but who the hell knows when Chaos attacks? It might not attack for another 25 turns. It might never attack if it's bugged. Hey, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Rite of SOTEK, go. I don't want Henren's army to die here, that's for damn sure. Let us also give them the levels in case they do attack again, and then I guess it'll be a double cinematic battle, because I will fight the other one. Harmonic Convergence could have helped here. I guess we get Swiftness of Eat, so just in case you need to get out, though that was not a problem in that particular battle. You never know when it's gonna be. Alrighty, so that's it for you, Tehenaman, and I guess we're gonna end the turn and then see what happens. You, Courage, will stay where you are until next turn, and then we possibly declare war on you. Why didn't I want to do this turn? I no longer remember. I decided that I wanted to wait a turn for some reason, but I don't remember why. It had something to do with... Like if I wanted to talk... Oh, it was to try to get some kind of deal out of the last defenders. I think. Well, it doesn't matter. I guess I no longer remember. Let's end the turn. Let's see what happens. What are we getting in tech next? What are we about to get? We're about to get the sequence of Primordial Battle. Okay, so a little bit of better dinos. Alrighty. Well, let's see. Watch them get another army moving in as well, doubling the enemies here. I wouldn't be surprised. Dangerous situation for Tehenaman, that's for damn sure. Unless this guy's a coward and runs away and doesn't try to fight us again, even though he should. Our army's hurt. Yeah, he will. Alrighty, well, it'll be a second round for this battle. We remain hurt like last battle, and I don't think we'll be able to have SOTEK fight personally, although their army is also very much beat up, and we have more uses of our Engines of the Gods. Obviously, I'm going to have to make a quick cut here, because we're going to fight this again. Yeah. Do we need to fight it cinematically again? I mean, we are hurt. I'm not sure, but we have to make a cut to get the commentary over the first battle anyway, so here it comes. There it is, and here we go again. Pyrrhic victory, let's see. Alrighty, here we go, round 2. Our army is hurt, their army is hurt, but because their army is hurt more, we have the advantage. On top of that, we can see the Earth Blood upgraded going down on some of our units already. Our Skink Chief and some of our dinos were damaged before the battle, and they can certainly heal up, as we've learned throughout the campaign. Unfortunately, the Red-Crested Skinks are stuck with the HP that they have because it's based on their model count, but at least we can keep healing our big boys. Let's see, we are going to get Tehenaman in here first, and the main reason for that is the enemy lord is right here, and a single charge from him, if effective, will kill him. Unfortunately, that appeared to have been a miss. Oh, actually, no, it was a hit. It just didn't quite finish him off. 267 HP left. Considering he has 30 melee defense, it would have been really disappointing if with 95 or 103 with upgrades, Tehenowen would have missed. Alrighty, while Tehenowen moves in, the rest of the army shall follow suit. Look at those range hits coming in from our steg. Man, that really, or our ancient steg / Skinks chief, man, those things really do not do a lot of damage to larger units like this. And the river troll's really 50 armor. Really not that much. Ooh, trolls versus red crests here. Now that definitely looks like it went in the favor of the trolls, and the red crests did take some damage, but this stops the trolls in their tracks and will allow a bunch of our basties to hit them, and the basties can certainly dish it out. Similar sort of thing happening over here with trolls mixed in with red crests and a bastie. More bastie all over the place. Obviously they've been spread out. We are also going to flank the enemy with our chameleon stalkers, going to move around, hit him in the back, and Ishlatek is moving around looking for targets which it will be safe for him to attack, as he is quite damaged himself. Similar thing going on over here with the Blessed Chameleon Skinks moving in. Hopefully they can distract the Black Orcs, as we did see them dish out incredible amounts of damage last time, and we do want to break them apart. Oh, they have like a boss leading them. I like that. Alrighty, and the Chameleon Skink's gonna get some hits in there. Just kind of want to watch this a little bit. And let's see, these guys, oh, they've lost about a third or now half of the HP that they had. We also have a Sky Laser going down. Yeah, Black Orcs, you guys are getting kind of ripped apart by the Chameleon Skinks. Well done, Chameleon Skinks. Yes, so Tehenowen puts down his first laser, and it does quite a bit of damage with the enemies that are attacking him, mostly breaking, and Tehenowen just fine. I mean, he doesn't really need the support here, but we do have support nonetheless. Doing quite well thus far. It's going pretty darn easy in our favor. Like, even the units that got hit, like these were the red crests that got charged by the river trolls and stuff, and they're not damaged really at all. I guess the cohort of SOTEK is damaged, but we could just drop a heal on them in addition to the heals that we already have. Very, very much in our favor, and you can see the balance of power bar. Enemy troop counts dropped by about 2,000 already, whereas ours is dropped by only 1,000, but obviously that counts all the enemy units, or all the units that are hurt, and I guess that's technically counting these guys who are doing nothing at all. It's not like they really matter. Ooh, what are these fire things? Oh, they're leading up to the Karak in the background. Oh, wow, that's a nice, that's a damn nice dwarven city. Is that an airship or a statue? No, I think it's a dwarven statue. I see a shield and an axe there. Cool. See, now this would have been a pretty fun map to defend in, eh? Oh well. Hopefully the third game. Let's keep going. And a lot of the enemy units look like they're ready to rout. All the trolls are running. 1, 2, 3 sets of trolls, all trying to escape the slaughter over here. Looks like the Black Orcs were killed basically to a man. 9 units left, and they are, I think, not going to come back. The Goblin Wolf Riders also getting ripped apart by the Chameleon Skinks. Well done, little guys. There you go. And now they can move forward and annoy even more units. Ooh, a use of Fanatics going in, but yeah, it's going to clip some of our units. Nice. Not a bad use. If it had gone right here, it would have been a lot more dangerous. And now, essentially, we have a giant pile of red crests and chameleon stalkers. All the skinks, essentially, in a mob forward towards the enemy. Wow. At this point, I felt like the Death Star formation would work a little bit better, continuing use of that upgraded Earthblood, on top of the fact that we are getting a lot of heals down, and the enemy isn't really able to dish out much damage at all this time around, unlike last time. So a lot less finesse than last battle, but a lot more of, I suppose, well, I guess the last battle was also a pitched battle, but this one is just mob versus mob, which the last one wasn't really. And yeah, that's a lot. We have a wall of dinos, they have a wall of orcs. I wonder who will win this one. And they have a decent amount of airboys as well, bringing the Wabrod, what, 6 units of archers, plus a unit of Lava Spider Rider archers, which I remember from the last time we fought this. So that's a decent amount of enemy units coming in, coming up Cassandora, also dropping down among our dinos. Obviously, it doesn't really do damage to the dinos, so they don't really care that it drops among them, but the the enemy units surely do. And just like that, pretty much all of the main force are broken, and it is just this flank which is running away, but it looks like a bunch of them are going to come back, and the units of archers, we try to chase them, but they run away all together fast, and I don't like that very much, so I gather everybody up and tell them all to attack the trolls and stuff over here. Now, the reason that I wanted to do this was so that Tehanoan could get another sky laser going on those range units, and once again, we're barely taking any damage. Look, we can see the HP bar of the red crests. They've maybe lost a 10% HP each, and they're all healing at the same time. SOTEK has also, I think, gained HP. He's now nearly half HP as opposed to the like 15% he started with. Going around killing trolls and any high value unit like lords and trolls essentially that runs away that we can catch. The chameleon skinks are doing the exact same thing. You can see all the corpses lying around them all over the place. That's them just going to work and taking enemy units off the field, preventing them from coming back in. And I think those Thief Robbers actually charged the chameleon skinks and got kind of wrecked, and these guys are trying to do the same thing. Work, poor boy Biggins. Maybe they'll make it through. Get a few more of those blow darts going. The main battle doesn't even really matter anymore because the entire enemy army is running, and there we go. Dropping them boar boys, and they are wavering now, and I think one more volley from the chameleon skinks will make sure that they don't come back. Not a lot. Well, actually, 2 or 3, 4 or 5 dropping there. There we go. Not too bad at all. Now they're down to 14, 10 units. Damn, well done, chameleon skinks. Look at them rip apart these units, and then I guess they can follow up with the river trolls as well. Good job. Keep that up. Keep that up. The rest of the army is just about dead. I think I did use the sky laser at this point. I see a lot of dead corpses in a line here, and that's very suspicious. I do believe that was sky laser. It's just that we couldn't really catch these guys with the dinos because they're a little bit too fast, but the red crests and the chameleon stalkers certainly can. Oh, look, another fight for our blessed chameleon skinks. Orc boys chasing them, but even with shields, they're going to take quite a bit of damage. And these ones are chasing around river trolls. Oh, let's see. These guys are at about 60% HP. Let's see how they do. They're not running away, so... I wonder, is it actually possible for them to catch? 44 speed versus 60 speed? No, it isn't. Oh, that is so irritating. Especially when you have a high-value unit that's just a little bit too slow, and these guys just keep annoying you. Oh, did they catch one? No, but they very almost did. Very almost. Came very close to. And yeah, they've dropped a lot of HP and are now done, and I believe that's the entire army. The Wa will no longer be fighting here. They're wavering, and we can see our red crests are now just spread out, and they're all just going to chase them down. A very easy battle compared to the last one, not nearly the same kind of losses. I mean, true, the enemy army was crippled, but we also did a lot better. I mean, considering we were damaged as well, and the red crests couldn't heal at the start either. Very nice job to the chameleon skinks, though. They absolutely cleaned house. 162 kills and, well, 74 kills, but they usually don't do nearly as well, especially against reasonably armored targets, and we saw them take on some trolls, some boar boys, and even some black orcs. Red crests keep killing these guys. Like they're taking too long to... there you go. Smack them. It's a really nice animation. Hey, don't you get back up. Somebody smack them. There we go. You know what? I'll speed this up because the battle's over. We're just trying to kill as many of these guys as we possibly can because obviously we'd have to auto-resolve and catch them. SOTEK still doing the same stuff, although I think he's done killing trolls, just chasing down some boar boys at this point. And we're done. There we go. Well, let's see how we did, but I'm pretty close. Victory. Okay, that didn't seem like a close victory. Alrighty, now this battle was much easier than the last one. In fact, we obliterated them with the greatest of ease, which was pretty interesting. In fact, I'm pretty sure we actually gained HP. SOTEK healed, and the dinos that were not full health all became full health, and I think all of the rest of the skinks also gained any HP that they could, although obviously they couldn't recover models, but still, 37 units lost, 1620 on their side. quote-unquote close victory, but quite the opposite. Close to us fully healing, perhaps, but that's about it. One thing I think that this battle taught me, and is very, very important. Look at the damage on the Chameleon Skinks here. 21k and 28k. What gives? Well, this entire battle had the magic power up, i.e. because we were defending, we now have the ability to get magic damage on every single one of our units, which meant that the Chameleon Skinks, contrary to what the damage that they normally dish out, which is relatively weak, now had magic damage when we're absolutely able to clean house. They did as good as or better than... In fact, they did better than all of the Red Crests and all of the Dinos, pretty much better than anybody but Tehenoan himself and the Oracle. And the Oracle had a Comet of Cassandora drop, and then Tehenoan had double sky lasers. So yeah, magic power blessed Chameleon Skinks, ludicrously powerful. We will, you know what? Let's kill and eat because we're just gonna auto resolve the rest of these units to death here, even though the exterminate would help. All right, just kill and eat that. And no, I guess you're going to be full HP after this anyway, and we gain some ranks off of that. Lovely. Soothsayer, what do you want, buddy? You want to defend... Oh, I didn't even realize we didn't have an defensive alliance. No, we want to confederate. It's not green. You're not even fighting with anybody. Wait, you want to join war against anybody? How about the Red Cloud? You want to join war against the Red Cloud? No. We should slowly start getting our allies to join war against everybody we're fighting. Obviously, they might not want to fight Grimgor, but they would want to fight others. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, ooh, Kalaw's ready. See, magic damage on the Chameleon Skinks. Apparently, huge difference, which is not surprising, but the entire army being magical damage on the defensive, amazing, and I can't wait. Oh, I really hope that Chaos isn't bugged and they do attack us. We'll definitely wait until turn 160. If they don't come, they don't come, but it'll certainly show some stuff. Anyway, obviously, we are out of time. Oh, right. That was the guy that solo defended. Yeah, so we're obviously out of time, and I am going to call this episode here. Next time, we continue our war against the orcs. I mean, that particular battle sure showed us just how fun the war against the orcs could be if we actually fight their armies. Now, they are, after losing that, they are now at strength rank 4 and not 3, so I guess a little bit weaker, and obviously they've lost a few settlements, but they're still fairly strong, judging by this. I mean, the Empire... Then now Nagaron, they used to be stronger than freaking Nagaron until we destroyed that army and took a bunch of their settlements. So I'm pretty hopeful that we still get some damn good battles out of some. They're allied with the Red Cloud, who we're fighting with as well. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, more fights against the orcs next time. Hopefully some more Tehenoan battles, and we continue to wait for chaos, or we continue heading towards the end of the campaign, or also. Not war, just also saving up for confederation with this guy who just refuses to damn well do it. But now that we're out of materials at sea, I guess we can start trading again. Alrighty, well, we'll figure that out as we go. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.